The road to the 2020 Kentucky Derby continues. Let's check in on the Kentucky Derby Leaderboard provided by Churchill Downs here on Tuesday, March 31st, the last day of the first quarter of 2020, and 'tis the law. With his big victory in the Florida Derby, he has now established himself atop the leaderboard with 122 points. Lifetime in his career, he's 4 for 5 with the only loss coming at Churchill Downs underneath the Twin Spires. That was in a slop though, and he got a questionable ride that day. He was kind of trapped in and boxed in on the rail. But 'tis the law with authoritative victories in the Holy Bull and the Florida Derby, 122 points. Right now, they're kind of just resting up and waiting to see what happens this summer with the Kentucky Derby point schedule. He will not be participating in the next known major prep, the Arkansas Derby, on Saturday, May 2nd. Wells Bayou, with his victory in the Louisiana Derby, has 104 points. The speedy son of Looking at Lucky. He set the pace in the Southwest, ended up dominating the Louisiana Derby. He's got 104 points, and right now he is pointing for the Arkansas Derby. Ete Indian, the consistent son of Summer Front. He had another solid effort in the Florida Derby, made kind of a nice move going into the turn, tried to stick with the long shot Sivary, faded late, but if you really think 'tis the law is the divisional leader for the Kentucky Derby, then you have to respect the talent of Ete Indian. We'll see where he points to next. I think a little bit of a freshening, and maybe he can come back and win one of the 1 1/8 preps this summer. A race like the Haskell could suit him well. Modernist for Bill Mott, he ran a nice little race in the Louisiana Derby after winning the second division of the Risen Star. He currently has 70 points. And Authentic, we'll see if we get in the Santa Anita Derby this Saturday and the Santa Anita Oaks, but Authentic, he was supposed to run in the Santa Anita Derby. Of course, he dominated his most recent outing, the Robert Lewis, beat Honor AP. Hopefully it'd be nice to get a rematch with Authentic and Honor AP. Mr. Monomoy, he's back on the leaderboard with 52 points. He was kind of out of running for the Kentucky Derby if it was going to be run on May 2nd, but he's going to have time to recoup and get maybe a couple preps in this summer. Of course, he won the first division of the Risen Star. Mr. Monomoy with 52 points. Nadal, right now, he's pointing for the Arkansas Derby. He had a big victory in his last race at Oaklawn Park. 50 points for the son of Blame. Mischievous Alex was going to run in the Wood Memorial after winning the Withers Stakes. The Gotham Stakes. Mischievous Alex with 50 points. New York Traffic with 50 points. And King Guillermo, the upset winner of the Tampa Bay Derby. He is resting and kind of waiting for his next race. He was going to train up to the Kentucky Derby. We'll see where the King Guillermo goes. Of course, the son of Uncle Mo. Chivalry, the long shot second place finisher. Surprising, still number 11 on that leaderboard, as we've got quite a few horses now on that leaderboard where you're not quite sure they want 1 1/4 mile, especially horses like Mischievous Alex, New York Traffic, Chivalry. Enforceable, he's kind of a grinding son. He's got 33 points, and then Storm the Court with that 20 points from the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's still on the leaderboard with 32 points, but he was dominated in his most recent race at Santa Anita. Maybe the extra time to get ready for the first Saturday in September will do Storm the Court a little more good than some of the other ones. Sol Volante, we might see him in the Arkansas Derby. A couple of nice efforts at Tampa Bay. It looks like he's a consistent closer. And then Major Fed rounds out the top 15. And of course, right now, we'll see if he points for the Arkansas Derby or maybe one of the summer preps. So that's a look at the top 15 for the Kentucky Derby on the last day of March. Who do you like right now? Do you like 'tis the law? Do you like some of the West Coast horses? And of course, some of the best horses, most respected horses on the West Coast, don't even have any points yet. Horses like Charlatan and a few other highly ranked horses on some people's Kentucky Derby list. Remember, hit subscribe. You could be the 500th subscriber here. Also, hit like and share these videos with your horse racing friends as we continue to lead you on to the horse racing trail this summer, the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks 2020.